Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Abomination Goddess podcast, where we sit down once a week to delve into the mysteries of intuition, offer a space to explore the knowing within you, and to help lift the veil so that you can see more of the real world around you. With me, as always, is Casie Halseth. She is the author of the Abomination Born series. It is a fictional portrayal of her real life experiences with the mystical realms. So cool. Her action packed books are just full of lessons, insights, and calls for other Abomination Born folks around the world to start connecting. I say her books are like a portal that you're going to enter into and leave a completely different person. She is an award-winning public speaker, and I think that you'll find by watching this podcast and reading her books that she just effortlessly draws her audience into her world, both in her books and on the stage. Welcome, Casie.
Thank you.
And my name is Ashley Kim. I am the author of Villanera Goddess. It is a book that I wrote to help women on their journey to set boundaries, build confidence, heal themselves. It is a very, very honest and open look at what I went through and the tools that I used to survive my villain era. I went through my journey alone, and I wrote this book so you wouldn't have to go it alone. So I will be riding the crazy roller coaster with you. Yay!
Yay. Wonderful
Yay!
book too.
Thank you. All right, so we are recording on Tuesday, which is the 17th, and it is the Chinese New Year and the year of the fire horse is starting. I told Casie I'm wearing red. It is a pajama top because I don't own red. So luckily you can't see the rest of the shirt. But it's very soft and comfy, so win-win. And yeah, so many amazing things happening right now. So we start the podcast by just going into our show and tell. So I'm going to share my screen. And I was kind of excited. It's really colorful. Like when you see all of our
Yeah,
screenshots and images, it's like ooh,
yeah,
so many fun colors jumping out. And like the reds are popping out too. So we even
yes.
subconsciously brought some reds into our show and tell today. Awesome. Okay. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Either way.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care either.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Let's start with the lady with the eye in her hand.
Such a cool picture.
It is such a cool picture. This was from AJ, again from TikTok. And it says, if outside validation is your only source of nourishment, you will hunger for the rest of your life. And that,
Yes.
I just thought that was so good. And it's such a great picture too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love this photo or art. It's not a photo, it's art piece. Yep, I love this. And I think this is such a good point. And I actually touch on this a little bit in my book of I didn't know this when I was first starting out as an adult. I thought that I wasn't smart unless somebody told me I wasn't smart. I wasn't, pretty unless somebody told me I was pretty, all those things. So when other people got complimented, I thought, oh my gosh, good for them. That means they really are that. Maybe someday it'll be my turn. Not realizing that I had to provide that within. And then after that, you don't care, good or bad, what anyone has to say about you. So yeah, I love this.
Isn't it nice to be wrong?
Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
very refreshing.
yeah, yes, yes,
I love that. Isn't
yeah.
it nice to be wrong?
hmm And then let's see, let's go to the one of the snake.
Yes.
Surrender to change or suffer in a loop.
Yep. Getting
We
called
we
out
go back
again.
to that. Yes, yes, going around and around with the same old, same old, same old, same old. And the thing is, we have to know that there's change. And the moment we're open to change, then we begin the spiral going up on our slinky.
Yes.
And I just love this. And I looked it up. It's called an orobus, Ourobos, or I can't say it.
Oral bus?
Orobus, yes, it's a snake eating a tail. And like in
Yeah.
the Native American tradition, some of them will call this the hoop. When you look up at the Milky Way, the stars, at night,
Mhm.
if you're in an area where you can see that, you see the stars going around in that circle. And that's the Milky Way going around. And it does look like a hoop in the sky.
Yeah. Yes, I love that. And did you know, I didn't know this is probably going to be embarrassing for me, but I did not know this until a couple years ago that rainbows are circles. They're hoops too. It's just that we only usually just see one part of it, but it's an actual
Right.
full circle.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
What happens to
Yeah.
the other part of it? Does it go into the ground? Do we find the pot of gold?
I know exactly right. I don't remember now that you're asking me. But yeah, everyone listening, search rainbows from outer space and it shows you what it looks
Also,
like.
so when
Yeah,
you're
so I
out
don't know what
there,
happened.
it'll be a circle.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is
that's
so cool.
awesome. I
So
know.
yeah,
I,
it's
I
also a good.
absolutely love rainbows. We
Hmm.
have we have these things that catch the light in our living room.
Prisms?
And yes, and this one particular one, it only works in the wintertime because the sun has to be at a certain angle, and it's just like,
Yep.
oh, it's back.
Yes. I know. We have one. It's like that in the summertime though. But yeah, we have
Oh,
that
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I
The
love it.
sun has to be just right in order for it to hit, and it's like a celebration. And we get it for several days, and
Yep.
it's just
Yes.
like an old
It
friend comes back every
it
year.
is. Yeah, they are beautiful. I
Now
love
let's go to the
those.
one with the unicorn.
Oh yes.
Oh, then let's see, that last one, I should say that one was from
Mm.
North and Soul.
Yep, North
Um,
and Soul.
yeah, on TikTok, I believe. And this one is from the Sacred Heart.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, the Scattered Heart.
Oh,
I
I
think
read it
that's
the same way you did.
yeah. Scattered Heart. And
Yeah.
and this unicorn picture says, "Be yourself so people looking for you can find you." And
Yes.
that's really true.
Yep,
Uh,
I love this.
yeah, it just yeah. And then the kitty cat with the sunglasses. And this is from Girl and the Moon Rituals. It's
Mhm.
the kitty cat is like, someone asks, "What do you do for a living?" And kitty cat answers, "I do my best." I
I love it.
love that. And then let's go to the Snow White.
Oh yeah.
And I picked this picture up off of Etsy. Um, I don't know what happened, but yesterday I just had this realization. Okay, so the story of Snow White is the story of her being given an apple, and the
Hmm.
apple is full of spells, and the spells put her into this state of unconsciousness.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking, okay, this was written before 1812, before the Grimm brothers wrote this story out. It was already a story, and
Yep.
with the apple. And I'm wondering if it was a prediction. Okay, what do we know that is Apple? And I'm looking at my iPhone here,
Oh my gosh.
and I've eaten my iPhone. I've taken in the information from my iPhone, and I have to be careful. It can put me into this spell.
Oh
And
my
all the
gosh.
words, all the information that comes
Mhm.
from the iPhone or from technology,
Yep.
it puts me into this spell.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Um,
Ooh, that gives me
then
goosebumps.
I know in the Walt Disney story, uh, the Snow White is woke up by a kiss. So therefore, maybe it's love that takes us out of
Oh,
this
yeah.
spell
Yep.
cast by this thing.
This device of
But when we were
control.
little, my mom always read Grimm's fairy tales to us, but she read the original versions, not the new versions of it. And in the original version, it's not a kiss that wakes her. The prince sees her in the glass case, and um, the seven dwarves agree that he loves her and he can take her with. So he takes her glass case. They carry the glass case of with her in it, this coffin.
Hmm.
And as they do that, they drop her.
Oh.
And when they drop the case, out comes a piece of the apple. The apple is turns out it's lodged in her throat, and it
Hmm.
jolts out of her, and she then awakens.
Oh,
And so we have
oh wow.
what wakes us up from this sleep that we all get into when we get onto our devices.
Hmm.
One, it could be a kiss of life, you
Hmm.
know, or it could be a jolt, a
Yeah,
tremor,
yeah,
something that makes it cough out of us.
yes. Ooh, I love this.
And I was listening to an old video of Joseph Campbell. I just love all of Joseph Campbell's work. And Joseph Campbell had said, the influence of a vital person vitalizes the world. And so when what is a vital person is a person who is not asleep or not into this trance of believing everything that the spell has cast over us.
Hmm.
We're cast in the spell.
Yeah,
Words, all words are a spell, and we're cast into the spell by Apple
yeah, for sure. We really are.
or the
I love
symbol
this.
of Apple. And Joseph Campbell says that to vitalize the world, we need to be alive.
Hmm.
We
Yeah.
need to be awake. And this is what I write about in my stories is I try to get people to wake up.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then that like the picture with the girl with the hand and the eye and um, not going to other people, places and things for our source of who we are.
Hmm.
So not going to the apple, not going under the spell of the apple.
Yeah.
I,
Oh, I
I don't
love
know.
it.
It just hit me. I was just,
Yeah.
oh my God. And I'm wondering if this was a prediction of our time, because this is a story that was long before 1812 when the Grimm's brothers wrote this down. This
Hmm.
was a story that had been out for a very, very long time. So we all know that there comes a time in everyone's life when we go into that unconscious state, that what I call the quiet quitting.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, I think this is amazing.
Yes,
Um, you know what? And I didn't even remember this till you were talking about this. I want to say like maybe it was 2 nights ago I had a dream that you brought up Snow White.
really.
Yeah, and then I just dismissed the whole thing. I couldn't even tell you what it was about. Just I only remember that part that you brought up Snow White, and I do remember thinking,
Yeah,
huh,
maybe that's when I it just hit me. I don't know why, but it just hit me, and I was like,
yeah,
oh my God,
it makes
the
sense, doesn't it?
the apple. We this, and people are worried about AI, and I'm thinking, uh, hello, it's
Hmm.
long before AI. We've been under
Yeah,
this influence.
yeah, yeah, for sure. No, I love this. Makes
So
sense
our
to me.
goal is to stay awake, and not be under the spell.
Yep, and spit the apple out. Yeah, I just love it. And it's like, you know, to tie into it, it's like you do have to watch what you consume.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
yes.
And I mean, that's a lesson I literally reteach myself every single day because I always get caught up in the rage baiting on social media.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I literally have to reteach myself
With
all the time.
with so many of these programs that are AI generated or whatever, or I don't even what source it comes from before we watch something on TV that comes off of YouTube, I'll say to Al, "Oh, that's probably not going to be true. It's AI generated, or that's probably not going to be true. Those are influencers." And um, they
Yep,
this spell that people want to who produce these things, AI is also they're casting a spell over us
mhm,
and having us
yeah,
sleep and get upset over what they want us to get upset over, do this whatever
yep,
they want to do. And
yes, yeah.
either we
It's an
need the
agenda.
kiss of love to wake us up, like
Hmm.
Disney says, or a jolt of some sort, a tremor.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people have their jolt or their tremor at the end of the year of the snake.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. Isn't
So
that
yeah,
true?
yeah,
So I'm looking forward to it's a next 10-year cycle. So I'm looking forward to this next 10-year cycle where people are beginning to recognize that the apple with all of its spells, doesn't have the pull over us anymore. We can jolt ourselves awake and we can love ourselves awake.
Yes, we can. Yeah, I love that.
Kiss
That
our
is so
hand.
true. Mwah. And I like how you said that we can love ourselves awake.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's see, did you have anything else?
Oh, that was it.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. I'm going to start with a fire horse because it has the red, and I'm wearing my red shirt. Fire horse doesn't sit in the stable, it burns it down. This is the year you should stop asking permission to be powerful. And so what really got me on this was it says stop asking permission. So I think this is one of the biggest lessons that I've seen repeated from a bunch of different people. And this is from, sorry, the Sage Goddess on Instagram. And it
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
picture of
yeah.
a horse. But
And just
yeah,
like Joseph Campbell said, to be vital,
yeah,
you have to be alive. The influence of a vital person vitalizes the world. Be
yes,
alive.
be alive. Yeah, be alive. I love that. Okay, so the rest, let's see here. Oh, this reminded me of, we talk about art
Oh,
and just being creative and joy. And this is by Variety Canvas, which is, I think, like you can buy these canvases anywhere in an art store, but it says it's a person who is painting a picture and the looks like the painting is like has energy coming out and flowing into his heart, the artist's heart, and it says the things we do things to us. And that's just
oh,
such
so
a
beautiful.
wonderful reminder.
That's
Not just
beautiful.
in art, but in gardening and in cleaning and taking care of somebody. And I feel like I've had a couple months of being a caregiver for, a couple different people. And there is like creative joy in just that too, and like how you leave a person better than you met them and what you do for them, stuff like that. It all rolls into a snowball that makes life better. So
Yes,
anyway,
that is a beautiful thing. Oh, it's gorgeous.
yeah. Um,
The
it's
things we
just so
do
cool that,
things to us.
yes, somebody thought of that and somebody made this art. Like, it's just so
Yes.
cool what we have access to and what we get to see. Um, okay, what else do I have here? A, a very glittery alien spaceship with a raccoon dressed as a wizard on a swing, and it says, "Stop playing cool, be passionate and intense and insane, and whoever sticks around is met for you." And this is from Flirty Nerd Girl. But oh my gosh, it's reminded me of us.
Yes.
You know, I feel like we've both been doing, making an effort of being our weird selves a little bit bigger in the spaces around us. And I don't know about you, but I like the people that I've been meeting since I've been doing that. So what a,
That's so cool.
sweet little picture. It's just so cute. And yeah, I just love raccoons too, so that got me. And then I thought this one was just cute. This is actually a video from Milk and Honey Ranch. In the video, it's the cow just looking at it is adorable, a baby calf, and it says just checking in or just checking if you're talking nice to yourself today. And so I thought, what a good
He's got
reminder.
his
And it
nose
goes
right
in
on
with
the picture.
Oh, it's so cute. I think I watched this 5 times. But yeah, this kind of goes in with what you were saying with, loving yourself and, it could help you get rid of that poisonous apple that's stuck in your throat.
That's what I think that what we try to do and what so many people like our AJ and all kinds of people do
Hmm.
on uh, we try to wake people up,
Yeah. 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 And
jolt them up. Mhm.
yep, jolt them up. And I would say, for myself, I am in a weird stage where I'm constantly kind of waking myself up, like, oh, hey,
Yes,
hey, you slipped. It's time to wake back up. And I think
yes,
that's okay. As
yes,
long as I keep
yes.
waking myself back up and I don't get into a place where I was a couple weeks ago, where I was like, I don't care. Because I do care. All right. I thought this one, I just love anything cat. So this is Conjurings of a Witch on Instagram. And there is a black kitty cat on the left. It says, "My shadow fiercely protecting my light." And then a white kitty cat on the right that says, "My light lovingly healing my shadow."
Oh,
And I thought this was a very precious way of looking at what it is like to be a human and that we do all have shadows. And when you are triggered and you react in some way, it is because you're protecting your light, you know? And then you become less triggered the more you love your shadow. And so I just love how
yes,
that worked
yes.
together with fur and little kitty whiskers. So it was just kind of the perfect
And,
image for
and
me.
and remember the shadow part of us is going back into the womb. The womb
Mhm.
is the shadow color, and we're going back in, and
Yeah.
we're recreating ourselves when we go back in. And I think I've told you that, in the old ways, at least in Hungary, in the matriarchal part of Hungary, the women wore black when they got married, the symbol of the womb, because white was what you wore for bones. When you died.
Yeah.
Um, but the black color was a symbol of the woman and the womb. And
Oh,
you can't
yeah.
become whole unless you embrace the womb and,
Yeah.
embrace who you are.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah, I don't think we talked about that before. I love that. Okay. This one I posted on TikTok. Um, so if any Buddha or Satan followers, I apologize if using their visuals offend you in any way. I don't mean that, but I did like the visuals together. But it says in 2026, for me anyway, I'm going to be a little bit of love and light and a little bit of scream and bite because I am a fierce, strong woman, but I also want to be the gentle matriarch that, helps my family and my community find safety.
And one will jolt the other. Maybe
You're
one,
right.
maybe you need the jolt sometimes, and maybe you need the kiss of love from yourself sometimes
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
to move you forward.
Yes, that's such a good point. I love that, Casey. Yeah, you're right. You are such a good teacher. Okay. So the last I have so you know how I'm making my
Oh,
oracle
this is
cards.
so good. I love it.
Thank you. So this one is because
Lazy gains.
Lazy Lazy Gains. This is where I'm at right now in life, but um I have really struggled with not performing at the same level I did in my 30s. And I mean, I have struggled with this where I talk down to myself all the time. And I used to never worry about like how good I was at something. I just knew I was good. I just knew it and I never worried about it. And I'm not like that anymore. Now I'm like, oop, messed that up. Oop, messed that up. Oop, did this. Oh, like it's just not the same. And so I got kind of bummed about it. And and I do look back and it's like, okay, I had a bunch of crap, kind of mixed up on top of each other and then went into perimenopause. And I was not prepared for any of it. And so I kind of feel like my house is dirtier. I don't care about stuff as much, like just everything. My job, if someone's complaining, I'm like, that sounds like a you problem. I don't know what to tell you. And so I was getting frustrated with myself. And so one of the things that I've been doing, and this has helped a ton, and I will give an example that is slightly embarrassing, but it kind of cracks me up. Um, so what I've been doing is instead of like just being so frustrated with myself of not being where I used to be, at not performing at the levels, not cleaning my kitchen the same way I used to, not following up on kids' homework the same way I used to. I am just whatever I'm frustrated in, I'm giving 10% more effort or 10% more, but only 50% effort. And so what I mean by that is, for example, so I used to do like my nightly routine, brush my teeth, do all my stuff, completely wipe down the bathroom, everything, just wipe it all down. It would be sparkling, take the dirty clothes, put them by the washing machine, all that. And then life happened. Like life happened. It was bam, 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 bam. And suddenly I just didn't care. I was like, "Well, I don't care if this thing's clean. I don't. I did not care." And then, things go back and I do care. And I'm like, well, how did I used to be so clean? I don't know. And so what I started to do was that 10% more with 50% effort. So, I get done washing my 6-year-old's face at the end of the night and I just keep that washcloth. pump some hand soap on that sucker and wipe down the sink and I toss it and with my and I'm done. I'm not like getting my little homemade like homeopathic sprays out and spraying around and like getting my special cloth that's just for cleaning. I don't do anything like that anymore. There was one night, it was probably 11:30 and it was like the day from hell and I was so tired and I was like washing my hands after going to the restroom. I had soap all over my hands. I literally took my hands, wiped my sink down with it, and then I just grabbed a towel, wiped the soap off. It looked great. It was clean. And then went and washed my hands again. I was like, man, I'm not going to tell anyone I just did that. I just did on the internet. Now you all know. Um, so I think that it's okay. Like, it's okay. I still got it done. And it might not be like the perfect way I used to do it back in the day, but I'm still getting it done. And so this one, Lazy Gains, are you tired and ready to give up? Yes, I am. This card is your permission to only try to fix yourself by 10% and with only half the effort that you think you should be giving. And so one of my favorite songs is Closer to Fine by the Indigo Girls. I think it is an amazing song that really reminds us that we're all literally trying to look for the answers and look for how to do things better. And we're all trying all the time. And so put on the song and then grab your journal and write down what your goal is. So if mine was to keep a clean bathroom, I would write that down and write one thing that I can do that's 10% closer, clean the sink. And then write down exactly how I think I should be doing it. Okay, I have my, spray that I made myself and it has peppermint oils in it, has all the vinegar, it has all the things that I would have to go walk into the kitchen, grab it, walk back out, and I'm not going to do that. So then I'm going to write down how could I cut that effort in half? I'm going to grab whatever's around me and clean the damn sink with what I have. And that's how I'm cheating. And so someday I think I will be back to, my same routines and rituals, but that could be in 10 years. I still have to go through menopause and do all that stuff. So I'm not holding myself to any of those standards anymore. Instead, I'm doing 10% more with 50% effort. And someday I might even get to like, I don't know, 15% more with a 60% effort. We don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So, anyway, this is my Oracle card for the month. And yeah, hopefully it helps anyone else who's
I love
struggling
it.
with,
I love
yeah,
it.
comparing yourself to who you used to be versus who you are now. And I
Well,
think too,
I think I think I told you that I warned Al that, I had no hormones anymore. So I have no nesting hormones,
yep,
the nesting hormones. So I said, I'm not sure, I'm not sure if I'm cleaning. I don't know. It could get done. I don't know. I don't have anything in me that says time to clean.
yes. Yeah, maybe
Huh,
that's where I'm at, where I've lost all of that.
yeah.
I mean, I literally supermarket, I don't care. And then it was like, well, what if someone come over? Well, if they don't like it, they don't have to come over again. Like, I don't care.
Hormones are very powerful. They're
They are.
very powerful, and
Yes.
they make it clean. And well, they're in that nesting form. You're making the nest, rearranging furniture constantly. You're doing
Yeah.
this is better. Oh, I like this. Or shopping for things, shopping,
Yes.
looking to what you can add. That is, I mean, that's I do not have those hormones anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yep.
I
And
didn't
mine are,
take any hormone replacement anything. I didn't go on anything to help with
yes.
the drop. I didn't have anything to help
Yeah.
with the drop. I just went all natural. And maybe that was a mistake because I'm not
Oh no, Casey.
participating in the
Yeah.
things I used to do at all.
See, I am on it, and I don't think it's helped with that at all. I feel like they're synthetic, they're not real. So it's like
What?
it's making my
Really?
body like physically on the outside do things that it had stopped doing, but I feel like on the inside, it's not a real hormone. By the way, this is just my opinion, so anyone listening to this, you can disagree with that, that's fine. But I feel like on the inside, it is not doing what they used to do. Like
It's not the real
for
thing,
me,
and your
if I
body
sit
knows.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so so on the outside, I feel better. I'm sleeping better. My body, like my joints don't hurt, just all these different things. But for me and who I am, no, it has not helped with that at all, which I think is super interesting. But yeah, I feel like with that card, I think with perimenopause kind of together, like the thing I've really struggled with is, and we like to use like the caterpillar going into the chrysalis and becoming a butterfly, and I love that analogy. But I feel like with perimenopause, I feel like I'm trying to like almost break my wings to get back into a chrysalis to become something else. And the process has been one of the worst things I've ever been through. And so yeah, it has been so hard. And so now I'm just like, okay, well, maybe it is just hard until we find our solutions, and that's okay. Like I don't have to have an answer for everything all the time. So until then, I got my
Yeah.
10% more and my 50% effort.
On your card, go back to the picture of your
Yep.
card. On your card in the upper left-hand corner, you have a ladybug,
Hmm.
and the ladybug for me represents the wheel of fortune. This the things go around, you know,
Yes.
and we go through life with all the challenges of the 21 stages, 22 if you count, the zero, the fool. And
Hmm.
then next to that, you've got two spirals.
Hmm.
And so to me, that symbolizes going up or, where you came from, you went up and then
Yeah.
shows the wheel and you keep going up. So two spirals, you're making these changes and you're becoming going up and you're going down and going up, going down.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, I thank you for saying that. I put the ladybug in there for you and I didn't know why. And so that was why I did it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
She
then I
represents
put
the wheel.
yes, and then I put the possum with the witch's hat on the bottom for me. And then everything else is for whoever's looking at this. Like you pick out what you like the best with.
Yeah, I
So
really
yeah.
like it. I really like it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
during the time of transition, you're going through a time of transition. So it's almost like being a teenager again.
Yes.
Remember, we've
Yes.
got the terrible twos, they would say, that's a transition time. And then
Mhm.
the teenage years, which is a transition time. And then where you're at right now is another transition time. And I think a lot of women my age, I'm 72, a lot, almost 73. So a lot of women my age will fight the transition. But since I was raised in a matriarchal world, I look forward to it. I'm totally different.
Yeah.
And uh, so, I'm into the ride. I'm
Yeah.
into the whole ride of it.
Yes. Yeah. And I've been doing research from cultures around the world that celebrate women or at least are educated in women a little bit more than ours is. Because we already know like medical community is just now starting to be like, wait, there's women? Oh. So like, we're kind of behind here in our country. So I've been trying to do a little bit more research because I'm like, I know there are foods and herbs and teas and exercises and meditation. I know there are so many things I just don't know about that would make my life so much better right now. And so I'm trying to kind of get into a little bit more into other cultures and find out what they're doing so
Yeah.
that I can adopt those practices because I don't need to suffer. I just need to figure out what everyone else has already figured out so I can apply them.
And I love that you put music on your card also. There's so much research about music and how it can totally wake up a person who's gotten into dementia, even. They can,
Really?
yeah, if a person is, elderly and gotten into a dementia mode, you can turn on music from their era, something that they listen to, and it's just shown that, they'll hook up all the things to their brain, and all of a sudden their brain will wake up, and then they wake up and they're good for maybe about 20 minutes or so. They'll be good. And you can talk to them, ask them the same questions you asked before they listen to the music, and then when they hear the music and you ask them the same questions again, this time they actually will answer it instead of,
Yeah,
they're cognizant. And
that
so
is so cool.
music is a real help. I
Hmm.
went when I was going through where you're at. I have a little stereo thing here, and I blast music. I don't listen to it. I blast it, you know.
Same.
And then also I was playing my instruments. I had my bass clarinet, which is huge, and I had my regular clarinet. Then I have my guitars and uh, my ukulele and flutes. And I would sit outside and I would just blow them or play them as loud as I could. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but it was a part of me that was screaming and creating this new me. And, the poor
That's a great
hunters,
idea.
I was scaring away all the wildlife, I'm sure. Nothing for them to shoot at. But yeah, I mean, and my favorite was the bass clarinet. Oh my God, that thing, it's huge, has a deep
Hmm.
resonance. And I
Yeah.
needed that during my transition. I
Yeah.
needed loud sounds. I needed their
Yes.
vibrations. And I
Yeah.
mean, I would play it over and over and over again, the same song. I mean, there's this one
Yes.
song in the movie Twilight that I played on the violin on the deck. I played it over and over and over again. I'm sure people thought this woman must be crazy. And I was going through a transition. I was
Yeah.
I was in that
Yes.
murky, muddy state
Yeah.
and
No, I
enjoying
love
every
that.
minute of it. Every minute. And my
Yes.
sweet husband, oh, he's so sweet. He was just like, just leave
Let
her
you do what
alone.
you got to do.
Yeah, yeah. He's way over on the other side of the property. So the music isn't quite so loud for him.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Yeah, that is a really good idea. I do know how to play piano, so maybe I should get that out because we have a little keyboard.
Bang
So I
away
could
on
go.
it. Yeah. One of my
Yeah.
favorite songs of all time is by B.B. King, and it's his song and that's another one. When I was going through every time I go through a transition, I play that song. It's I love to live the life I sing about in my songs by B.B.
Mm.
King. And that's pretty much the whole song. He sings that over and over and over again. And I just
Oh,
absolutely, I will play that song so loud and I just blast it.
yes.
I love to
All right.
live the life I sing about in my songs.
I'm gonna look that up. That sounds amazing. Ooh, yeah. Oh, this makes me feel so normal. Because yeah, I do the same. I blare my music. I feel like music is almost like an amplifier
Yeah.
for energy too. So it's just something I'm drawn to.
This is that
So
jolt. This is the jolt.
mm,
We're laying in our coffin, and we've been a good girl, like in that picture from uh, from Crystal Bridges, that museum with the girl laying there. We've been the good
yes,
girl. We've done all
with
the
her
things that we're
heels
supposed to
on
do.
and
Yes, 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 with our little kitten heels. Yes, exactly. We've
her
done
nice
everything we're
outfit.
supposed to do, and we're just laying
Yeah,
in this coffin. And sometimes the thing that wakes us up is this jolt, and sometimes it has to be blasting music.
yeah. Yep. No, I completely agree with that. And you're talking about like teenagers too. I mean, yeah, that's
Hmm.
kind of teenager behavior, right? Listen to the same
Yes,
song over and over.
over and over
Yeah, all
again. Yes. And you don't
yep.
know why, but there's a vibration, there's a pulse, something to jolt
Yes.
us up out of
Yeah.
our stupor. We're in the maze of the cocoon. We're inside this being made into something new.
Hmm.
And my mother said that it happened to her again when she turned 80.
Really?
Yeah. And so I've got a few more years, but so we'll see, if I make it that far. Well, yeah, maybe. Yes. She said she went through, it was almost like going through menopause again when she turned 80.
Really? Interesting.
Yes.
Huh.
It was just a change of everything because she felt so clear. She went back to being for sure what she was when she was 10.
Ooh, yeah.
She became the little girl again.
Yes. Yeah. That's what that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean, your body can't do what you want to do, but your mind is full of
Mine does, yeah.
excitement, and the things that would interest her.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
But,
That is
so
so
10-year-olds can be annoying too. And so if you were annoying, which I was when I was 10, I'm sure I'm going to be annoying to everybody when I'm 80. Shut her up.
what is she into today?
She's talking incessantly.
That is so funny. Yeah, 10 is it is a fun age. Yeah, that's when kids start to get a little bit of their personalities. I mean, they already have their personalities, but they start to almost kind of label themselves a little bit, which is good and bad, but it's kind of fun to watch them experiment. And I
Yeah,
would
the
say,
first person I heard talk about this was Gloria Steinem. She had written a wonderful book that I read years ago, and she talked about that age of being 9 and that
mhm,
she would one day hope that when she became older, she would return to being the 9-year-old, where the
yes,
hormones no longer made her try to be beautiful or try to do this or do that.
yes. Yeah, when you're into the weird stuff. You're not trying to follow. Weird is in like not, society standards. You're just,
Hey, petting a caterpillar,
yeah, exactly. I was just thinking that.
the
Looking at
little
the worms,
9-year-old.
looking at the spiders.
Yes, picking up rocks.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Playing in the mud.
Yep.
Yep. I know. Yeah, even I was thinking the other day of like I remember going out to play in the creek, pulling the leeches off my legs, no big deal, tossing them back in the water, getting right back in that creek water, keep playing, keep removing, like it did not.
Yes.
Now I would probably like fall on the ground like screaming if I had a leech stuck to my leg. But then, like, why
And
would I
that'll
let a leech stuff me?
you'll go back to it where it won't bother
Yeah.
you again.
Yeah, I'm really
It'll
looking forward to
change.
that.
Yes, yes. Get
Yeah.
some salt. Morton's salt always on the dock. You always have that there poured on your leg and they just drop off.
Yeah. Yep. And I remember with my siblings, we'd be like, I had five. Well, I had six. Like,
Yes. I screamed all the time though. Not because of the leeches, but because of the blood. Oof.
oh, yeah. Yeah, that was the other thing. I don't think I cared about that either. Yeah. I didn't
Yeah,
care
I
about
like
anything. And now
frogs
I'm like,
instead.
ew, ew, ew. Yeah.
We used to catch frogs by the bucket. I could go back to that.
Yep.
And we raise
Yeah.
toads today. This is what Al
Yes.
does every year. He raises toads. So we get a lot
Does
of
he?
toads. Yes.
What do you do with a toad?
We'd let them loose. They just go out.
Okay. Just go do their toad things.
Yeah. They eat the little tiny, tiny chiggers and ticks and things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
Oh, I
so
love that.
nice at night. You get to hear all the toads croaking.
I do like that. Yeah. Nova, or my 6-year-old and I, we try to figure out where everyone's sitting in the backyard based on we'll hear a croak and be like, oh, I think it's over in the whatever, lavender bush or whatever. It's one of
Yes.
our fun summer games.
Yeah. We do the same. Every once in a while, one will come up to Al because that's his dad, you know?
Yeah. Hi, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. All right. This was a really fun podcast today. I loved all of our topics. And so songs to look up, BB King. I think you
Oh,
said I love to live the life I sing about.
yes.
Okay. And then Closer to Find by Indigo Girls. And then you had also mentioned an author, I think, Joseph Campbell. Is
Oh,
that?
wow. Everybody should be familiar with Joseph Campbell's work. I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I've read
So,
everything he's written.
yeah.
Absolutely love. And he's on old YouTube. You can find him on YouTube and watch his
Oh,
um,
okay. Yeah.
stories. Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, another thing to kind of look into. And yeah, Fire Horse has started, everybody. So don't ask for permission. Go after what you want and
be loud.
be loud. Yes. And get out there already. Let us see what you have. Like, let us see what you've been holding back. We want to see it. And we hope
Wake
that
up.
you are as weird as we are. Yes. All right. Anything I'm missing?
Uh,
No? All right. Okay. Well, I hope everyone has a good rest of the week. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.